The Child Welfare Commission took suo motu cognizance of the issue and has written to the police and the block education officer.
We have decided to take a suo motu complaint. So any cases with regard to sexual abuse, when a child says that I had a sexual abuse or sexual harassment, automatically the school authority has to take very seriously. Now, what child was saying is, okay, that teacher was looking at me, I was very uncomfortable, and I have a complaint to the principal. The principal has sent this person for a long leave. So what is the long leave? Why? Is there any inquiry has been done? Is there any background check made on this person? Is there any other issues? All these issues has to be now to be studied. Now another thing also, when the child says, okay, I was uncomfortable. Is there any other way the child was uncomfortable? Anybody has talked, or the principal has got more information. Still we need to make an inquiry. So this morning we have already asked the BO to go and make an inquiry, and we will also informing the police and maybe the Women and Child Department also, and we are also asking the school to give a report.
Well, that is what happened. But talk to one of the trustees and this is what he says.
We take extra precautions in our school to ensure that both our school and children are kept absolutely safe and no incident happens there. As part of that measure, we have a very strict code of conduct for our teachers and encourage them to follow that and do their sadhana. Anyone who doesn't do that in accordance with the conduct, we take strict disciplinary action against. As a consequence of that, the same has happened with Arif D, who we've requested to proceed on long leave. We also encourage all our children and our parents to speak up. We have a very open policy of governance in the school. We encourage them to give us feedback as well as suggestions on how we can improve our school going forward. As all of you are aware, this school and its founder is a person who practices the highest moral and ethical values. There is nothing that we will do to compromise the same.
Then why wasn't the BEO informed about it?
I beg your pardon. If there was, as I said, we have taken this as an extra precautionary measure. If there was anything to inform, that has been done in accordance with the law, and you can be rest assured that the school, the management and the trust will do everything within its power to make sure that everything is calm and normal.
The principal of the school, Suma Attri, had this to say.
On 21st, one of our students from 8th standard came to me, to my office with the class teacher and two of her friends, and reported that the way PT instructor is looking she's not feeling comfortable with that. So as a precautionary measure, we have taken action by giving the concerned teacher a warning letter, and later on he was sent on leave, long leave, so that we can conduct inquiry and so that the students are feeling safe and fearless.
On the other hand, Bangalore's South Block Educational Officer Prakash visited the school this morning, but it was a holiday. So in the evening, he visited the Basavanagudi Block Educational Office and gave written details. What remains puzzling is how the matter was suppressed for a long time. It must be said that the incident took place on July 21st, and till date, a proper investigation has not been done. The school, the management and the trust will do everything in its power to see everything as calm and normal, is what the trustee says. But there are questions that need pertinent answers. Why wasn't any complaint lodged against a PT teacher? That leads us to the question: was the school management trying to hush up the issue? And finally, this PT teacher allegedly has had a bad history. Sources say a number of complaints were lodged against him, but why was no action initiated? Everything seems so mysterious. One last question: is Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandir too following in the footsteps of Vibgaya? Deepak Popanna, News9, Bengaluru.
After several sleepless nights for the past few months, the Bengaluru police finally caught a notorious serial car thief in the city. Take a look.
A lot of cars are lined over here. Wondering why? Because this clearly is not a showroom or a service center. Well, these cars are being exhibited outside the police station. These 24 cars that include models such as Swifts, Swift Desires and Scorpios were seized by the Bangalore police from Parameshwaran, an interstate car thief.
ಆಗ್ನೇಯ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಯವರು ಕಳೆದ ಒಂದೆರಡು ತಿಂಗಳುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 24 ವಾಹನಗಳು, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಒಂದು ಔಡಿ ಅಂತ ಜರ್ಮನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಕಾರ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಅದರ ಬೆಲೆನೇ 30 ಲಕ್ಷ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಗಾಡಿಗಳನ್ನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಕುಖ್ಯಾತ ಕಳ್ಳನಿಂದ ಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ನಡೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಗದು ಮತ್ತು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಬಂಗಾರು ಚಿನ್ನದ ಚೈನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
The 30-year-old Parameshwaran hails from Tamil Nadu and owns a showroom in Madurai that sells second-hand cars. According to the police, Parameshwaran specializes in second-hand Maruti Swift cars. When his customers demand any car, he makes sure that they are delivered within 3 days. He flies down to Bangalore and keeps looking for specific cars. When he identifies the car, he goes about his work of stealing it in the middle of the night. Parameshwaran then takes the stolen cars to Madurai and changes the number plates and creates fake documents before selling them to the customers. He has been doing this since 2007 and also has his network spread out in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. For the past few months, several cars were stolen in the city from areas such as Koromangala, Madiwala, Maiko Layout, Indranagar and many more. Finally, residents are in for some relief now, as the Bangalore police have nabbed this notorious thief. Manjunath for News9, Bengaluru.
And well, 3 Bengaluru's riders have found their way into the Indian equestrian team for the Asian Games. They will be making their way to Korea and take a look as to how they expect to perform.
The 17th Asian Games 2014 will be held from September 19th to October 4th in South Korea. And Bengaluru's Ajoya Pachu, Fawad Mirza and Nadia Haridas have made the Indian equestrian team. The lady behind the success of the 3 participants is Silva, who's from many years been a guiding force in this sport. She says that it is indeed a proud moment for her to see Bengaluru riders selected for the big stage.
From 1996, we have this riding school, and with the idea to provide the support and what all it takes to make international rider, and it's happened. I mean, we are all delighted. This was a big moment, a moment that's taken like 1.5 decades.
The selection process for the Indian team this year was exhaustive. It covered 5 trials, qualifiers and competitions from October 2013 to April 2014. There were 5 jury members involved in making the selections for each of the competition's disciplines: jumping, dressage and eventing. Ajoya Pachu reveals that more than taking part in the sport, living in foreign conditions is harder.
Well, the hard work's paid off, and really looking forward to South Korea. Yeah, and I think we stand a very good chance there. The first thing is, I mean, going abroad, going into Europe, staying there in a foreign country, training there for months after months, staying away from your family, most important thing, you know, and getting used to a new culture out there. It's a little difficult, but it's all worthwhile.
Fawad Mirza feels that the team has a chance to win a medal.
I'd love to say we're going to win a medal and come back, but yeah, we definitely hope so. But it's difficult to say something like that. But I think we've got a good team. We've got good horses. We've got good training. We've got the best support we can hope for. You know, we've got Mr. and Mrs. Virani supporting us. There's a lot of effort and monetary expenditure going into this to help us come through. And I think it can be something good. Yeah.
Nadia said that it was challenging for a woman to pursue the sport professionally as it was extremely expensive and lacked support in the country.
Actually, in India, because the sport hasn't really come up at the higher levels, I'm actually the only girl at the national level who competes. But as the good thing about the sport is because it's a partnership with me and the horse, you don't really feel sort of male dominance. That's why I took to the sport, because I also school and my childhood I've played other sports. There you really feel a man is that much stronger. In this sport, fortunately, the horse is the athlete, the rider is just the driver, like of the car. So it's as good as the engine you have under you.
The Asian Games is a coveted platform wherein these three accomplished Indian riders can make the nation proud. He is hoping they bring back a medal and make Bengaluru proud. Vivek Vinayak for News9, Bengaluru.
We normally see corporates involved in meetings and having arguments across boardrooms. But today, the same corporates battled it out inside a kitchen, commencing the first kitchen wars in the city. Take a look.
Two people leave. One of them is your captain or the person who chose to taste the food.
Ready, steady and go. Well, you would otherwise catch all these people you see here sitting inside AC boardrooms and discussing trade secrets. But today it was quite a sight to watch the same corporates battling it out inside a kitchen hall, and mind you, they did not share any cooking secrets. Kitchen wars began with over 32 teams, including Infosys, Deloitte, 3M, Mindtree, SAP Labs and many more participating in a competition like never before. Instead of computers, they had only a gas stove to show off their talent. These corporates sure showed off their cooking skills and how.
It's almost like a dream come true. I mean, everything that we had put into the ideation phase, I think seeing the excitement, seeing part of it, the tension, I think it looks like a really good war that is happening, and it seems like people are also having fun. So that was the intention. While it's competitive, it was also meant to get people together and have fun. And I think that's exactly what's happening. So it's really great.
Well, one must credit these participants for being great team players and managing a team, just like how they would back in their offices.
I think this particular competition or an exercise or an event is so organic, it's so real. There isn't anything different what happens in the real time at your work compared to what's happening here. 6 people working together as a team and trying to leverage on each other's strengths is what we get to see here. The situation when, let's say, your leader explains the project or the goals to your team is kind of experienced here, whilst the team captain is tasting and explaining to them how he wants the food to be cooked. Or, for example, the captain wants to get rid of 2 people because they're not performing. And that's exactly what's happening here. So there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of real-time situations that we're getting to see here.
Among the many teams who came to the top, the winners of this season's Kitchen Wars were a team from Deloitte. And the runners-up were SAP Labs and then 3M. Well, for the teams who lost, we'd say better luck the next time. Nabila for News9.